Hello, and welcome to Let's Play Spellcasting 101. Now, where we left off, we were about to attempt this simulation. I just want to recap on the description. You're at a deep moat. Its banks lined with razor-sharp rocks forms a barrier to the south. An ancient tree leans over the moat. In happier surroundings, you can imagine children tying a hefty rope to its lowest branch and swinging into the water. So first thing, we have some new stuff here to examine. So we are going to examine them. So first of all, let's examine that castle. The castle is an ancient fortress. Its centuries-old stones worn down by the elements. An overgrown moat surrounds the castle. Now, let's examine the far side. Oh, that just gives you the same description again. Okay, now we have a new spell because they give us special spells to help, beat the simulation. One of which is the Gub spell, and I can read it out of my spell book. Gub, diseased plants. No, sorry, diseased plants. Let's examine the leaning tree. You see nothing special about the leaning tree. I have a feeling this is going to give you the same thing as before. No, you see nothing special about the moat. I hate you to see nothing special about any of these. Alright, examine the sword. You've seen one lead-plated sword, you've seen them all. So, if I look in my inventory, you can see I'm now holding the sword, in addition to all those, new fangled spells. Let's examine the tree. What's different than the tree and the leaning tree? Okay, it's the same thing. You hear a distant scream. Yeah, there's a time limit to do these stuff, but let me just finish looking. You read the Vi spell. Vi is healthy plants. The world dissolves around you. The time-worn simulation, yes. The monitoring professor enters the room. Wait a second while I reclaim the simulation spells. Okay, your grade is 0. That's pretty bad. You're lucky you don't have a level 0 for sorcerers like you. Hit the books, Easelbrook. By the time the post-simulation dizziness has ended, the professor has left. So, as you can see, I waited too long to do anything. So, let's restore simulate. And let us read the last thing we have is the Zem spell. Zem, increase fighting ability. Okay, so what we've got to do is immediately we gotta gub the tree. Yeah, alright, I think you can just type in gub and then it uses the spell. I don't know if you heard that. You got a little sound effect. The roots of the tree seem to wither before your eyes. Then, so slowly at first that you're not sure it's even happening, the tree begins to tip. Faster and faster it tips until it falls against the far side of the moat with an earth-shaking impact, forming a crude but usable bridge across the moat. Alrighty, so, then you are gonna want to, actually, let me see something. So, save. Now, I think if you try to cross it now... No, I guess nothing happens. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna read that in a moment. Okay. What I usually do is, at this point, I zem me, which means to give yourself, you are filled with a feeling of robustness, and you're ready to do battle. Alright, so now you can go south. And you'll see why I did that. Base of keep. You stand between a deadly moat and the towering sandstone walls of a castle keep. At the very top of the keep, 100 feet above you, is a narrow window. Clinging tenaciously around the base of the keep are clumps of sickly ivy, climbing 3 or 4 feet up the walls. A plume of fire shoots past your shoulder and hits the castle wall, leaving it glowing with an unearthly color. You spin around to see an atomic dragon closing in. A scream of distress spills from the tower window. Now I'm going to save it. I'm going to do some looking around as I usually do. If you're figuring this out for the first time, it's always useful to look at your surroundings. So examine the atomic dragon. A typical atomic dragon, big, tough, mean, and radioactive. A scream of distress spills from the tower window. The dragon bellows a challenge. The mighty blast of glowing dragon breath washes past you as you dodge to the side. Now, I'm probably going to be killed really soon if I keep looking around, but just for completionist's sake, If you look at the base of keep, I think that's the same thing that it said before. Okay, you're still dodging, that's good. The fallen tree, I believe, is what we just crossed, so it's just gonna say nothing special. So the cry of distress suddenly rises to a blood-curdling shriek, then silence. Now you can suspect something bad's happening. But we're taking our time. After all, we have those lovely save states. The sickly ivy climbs the wall of the keep to about waist height. So, this time your grade is 50. So it's still level 0 quality. So now, restore, see if there's anything else to look at. Give me control. There we go. Alrighty, let's see. No, everything there I think we've, looked at, so then what we're gonna want to do is remember that Zim spell we used? We want to like fight dragon with sword, possibly kill dragon with sword. Oh, we'll see. A mighty blow drives the sword deep into the dragon's bosom. Badly wounded, the dragon bellows mournfully, spreads its awesome wings, and soars away with the blade still embedded in its mighty chest. A scream of distress spills from the tower window. So now, next step, of course, is to vie the ivy, because it's not tall enough to get you up to that window. The ivy begins growing madly, its thickening vines climbing the tower until they surround the window far above. A scream of distress spills from the tower window, and now, do I have to type in climb ivy or just up? I think up should do it. Tower prison. This lofty cell and its drab draftiness reminds you of your own bedchamber prison in Port Gecko. The only exit, besides the window, is a flimsy trapdoor in the floor. The trapdoor is closed. A fetching damsel in distress is chained to the floor. Various rodents nip at her feet. Her gown is torn nearly to shreds, and she looks as if she's about to faint. A pendulum with a razor-sharp edge swings back and forth above the damsel, dropping lower and lower with each pass. A long wooden lever is mounted on the wall. The damsel shrieks with horror as the pendulum gruesomely slices through her torso, splattering you with her blood. I wonder if I did something wrong if you're supposed to arrive earlier. You know what? It might take away turns when I save. That's what I worry about. So, I think I'm just gonna have to retry the simulation. So let me save. Did it go forward? I didn't check. Unchain. Actually, you know what? While we're here, let's do some examining, because next time I won't. So we can examine the damsel. There's not much left of her, and what there is isn't a pretty sight. So, let's try this all again. Sit. I apologize if you don't want to see this again. What? Oh, why isn't it starting? So, you sit and, start simulation. Turn on share. Stand. Alright, let's see what happens if I head all of a sudden east again. I might have to reload an earlier state. No, you should be able. Yeah, you get another try at it. It only makes sense. So, alrighty. So, again, you gub the tree. You zem me. Go south. Oh, and right now what's happening is you begin to feel kind of sleepy. Normally this wouldn't pose much of a problem, except that you've already pulled a few all-nighters this week. So, we gotta finish the day soon. Kill dragon. What? I should have had the sword. Okay. You know what? Let's, restore. Okay, so Sorry. We're gonna have to do that all again, because I didn't try to kill him with the sword. In the meanwhile, let's look at this lever. You've seen one lever, you've seen them all. Okay, so now I know I just go west. I go east. Promise we'll beat it in this chapter. Okay, so Gub Tree, Zam me, south, kill dragon with Dord, with sword. Vi Ivy up. Okay. Okay, so pendulum with raised to side edges, swings back and forth, and lower with each pass. Now I'm gonna try saving, and alright, so she's still alive, just barely. I think like I really have one turn to do what I'm supposed to do. I just kind of want to look at things until then, just to, because when am I going to get a chance to look at these things again? So examine the pendulum. The pendulum is about to slice the damsel in half, and then it does. So you get that, they're all bloody and stuff. Anywho, there's the shackles. Is there anything else for me to look at? Just shackles. So let's just check out those shackles. Chains hold the damsel prisoner, so she gets killed again. We're gonna restore again, and let's save her now. So unchain damsel. As you approach the damsel, the sharp swinging pendulum strikes you, turning you into sorcerer tartar. Oh, is that right? Oh no, I see. Alright. No, wrong action. But that's okay. You get to see that I get myself killed. But meanwhile, my grade's 80. And he's calling me evil beast. So that's not so bad. Alright, so what we actually have to do is pull the lever. The pendulum stops moving, the damsel swoons with relief. You get sleepy, you feel less robust as the Zem spell wears off, and, actually, what happens if I talk to damsel? Blah blah blah. Okay, so you see your grade's 90, almost beating the simulation. All you gotta do is, since she just blaws at you, is unchain damsel. You unchain the damsel. Oh, thank you, kind sorcerer. The world dissolves around you. So the monitoring professor enters the room. Wait a second while I reclaim the simulation spells. Okay, your grade is 100. Nice work, egg beater. By the time the post-simulation dizziness is cleared, the professor has left. So, I think the only thing you really get out of that is points. However, you will see some of this again. It is relevant towards the end of the game. Thank you for watching this Let's Play, and I will see you next time. We'll see if I just go to sleep or what I do. So, ta-ta for now.